Welcome to motherfucking Real Life CallOuts Summer Season. I'm your host, Mr. William Savant. We're here every Tuesday, 6:30 to, I don't know. We're here on Zeta Halo. I'll be your host for the remaining parts of the evening. This show is about, it's about me having a couple of minutes away from the office. It's my way to hang out, stream the campaign. We're doing all cutscenes. We're not getting through any cutscenes. We're taking it slow. It could be painful. I've no experience in the game. I've only been through maybe about 20 or 30 minutes of it. Maybe. And now we're just experiencing Zeta Halo. But I'm here. We could talk about anything, really. We could talk about life. We could be quiet. I know a lot of people like to come here and lurk, chit-chat, music industry chat. You guys want to know anything about guitar, recording, rock and roll, heavy metal, rap music. Great time to get up with me, chat with me about future projects, anything Sepsis is doing. Nobody can ever sit me down. This is the only time you're going to be able to do it. If you made it here, thank you for being here. There's no pressure on being here. So if you do make it here, then I just appreciate you showing up. If this gives me a chance to, give the girls a break, do some different stuff. And I get some chicken wings out of the deal tonight. So by me coming on, I get to smoke weed and eat chicken wings. There's no guarantee that I'll beat anything or that I'll move through the game. I think we could barely get through it. We talked so much last week. But it's here as a backdrop. And, of course, I'll be pausing throughout the chat. We're keeping the cutscenes in. I do have a chat open for special occasions. I'll let one or two people in here if the conversation's great. Unfortunately, I'm not going to take a whole bunch of people in the party because then I won't be able to do anything. I noticed how extremely challenging it was to even do the stream and stuff. I don't know how cut out I am for it, but I'm here to hang. And there's no fine print to stay. If you got something to do, well, then what are you waiting for? I don't know if I'm gonna blow any whistles or anything. Oh yeah, no, we lit. Yeah, it's that time. It's that time of day, man. I didn't know. Word up, Juggalo's here. And like again, I put a quick post up. I don't, I'm not pressuring people to be here. I'm only gonna play the game and have some fun, anyways. I was taking my time on this joint because Lexi's in a phone call. But I do have another. Oh, she might be wrapping it up. My real life call out partner is here. Don't worry, the regular real life call outs will resume. Yeah, Boz, I'm telling you, bro. I mean, I would go through that footage from last night and find some really good sound bites. I think even Cam had a couple of good ones. I got what I got out of it. I've been known to stretch it out a little bit. Yeah, Lexi, wrap it up. So without further ado, I don't even know how far Bars is in this. There's only one part of this game so far that I really haven't been excited about. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's the overhead map, and just like the non-Halo-y like devices and shit. Like how do you upgrade it? Like upgrading equipment is just not a thing that you normally. Oh, of course. Not normally something that you see in Halo. I still can't believe that I actually recruited a swarmy dude. That was fucking crazy. I saw that and I was like, holy shit. Like, what was the story with that? You're gonna have to come on and share your story with that. That's crazy. But Nate, you're a real swarmy, man, because that's what swarmies do. Like, so many people, more than ever. I think it's probably because we have so many new swarmies that we have, like, swarmies who are becoming swarmies and don't know. So they're like, what is a swarmy, and like how do we do it? And I'm like, it's not really like a, it's not like the, it's no, it's not like a gang. You're not gonna get like jumped in. You know what I mean? You don't have to pray to any gods, or you don't have to burn incense. Being a swarmy is like in you, kind of. You either kind of understand the mission, and I think it's overall a mission of growth. I mean, there are some fans that don't want the band to grow. They want the band all for themselves. There's some fans, there's some members who like it the way it is. We've had ICG members who are like, "Oh man, we just want 10 people here." It's like, no, our plan was to grow and be global as far as ICG, you know, because you could do that with video games. We've never said really with Sepsis how far. And we say, you know, we make, you know, cliche or tongue-in-cheek jokes about, you know, taking over and stuff. You know, bands do that, but in reality, you know, we also know that bands have their work cut out for us, you know. So, anyhow, a swarmy is a family member of a special family that helps the band. Not, yes, man. Yes. That's the point, man. Like, that's really what it comes down to. It's understanding that all these small parts make up of the whole. I think people they see ICG and they go, okay, so I'm going to be a swarmy if I'm ICG. No, not necessarily. I like Sepsis, the music, so I'm a swarmy, right? No. Or I shared the band twice. I'm a swarmy now. No. Or I subscribe to Patreon. That could be debatable. Once you really, and the reason why that is because once you start talking about an investment, once you start talking about you're taking your time out, you know, you're a mod, you're somebody that helps peer review the music, you're somebody that, because, you know, we have groups of swarmies that listen to the music first before we release it. You know, I don't think a lot of bands do that, you know, and we do that to make sure that, you know, the music that we've been recording for months on end hasn't gotten lost in translation, you know. But Rejects pretty much got it right. It really comes down to understanding that all these little communities and all these little departments and all these little clusters of people, some of them are musicians, some of them are artists, some of them are DJs, some of them are rappers, some of them are rockers, some of them are women, some of them are men. It's a very wide variety community, and is in the existence of the swarm validates itself in the sense that there's black guys in the room with Spanish guys. Spanish kids can hang out with white people, fat people, black people. There's Christian people, there's atheists, there's people that work hard, there's strippers, there's cops. The swarm is made up of everyday people who put all that bullshit aside and just come here for one thing, and that's to grow the swarm. And it's to grow a non-judgmental, safe place for people to hang out and shoot the shit. You don't have to be anybody special. It's not about knowing every Sepsis song. You don't have to play Halo or have knowledge of rap music or nothing like that. We hope that you listen to good bars music. We hope that you watch, you know, Lexi's podcast. We hope that maybe you watch a playthrough with me and Cam. We hope that you do. We hope you make it to the merch shop. We hope you make it to a club. But if you don't, that's not a requirement to be in the swarm. And it's not a requirement to be a swarmy. Being a swarmy is like somebody that's consistently participating. A swarmy is somebody that doesn't give up. So when you see temporary people come and go, that is not a swarmy. A swarmy is a lifetime membership. It's somebody that understands what we're doing here. You get in, you stay in. That's what a swarmy understands, the principle of that. Dead ass. Swarmies understand that it gets difficult and that there's obstacles. Swarmies don't go anywhere. It's like us in the band. We know that it's difficult for us, but we don't quit the band when it gets difficult. We don't quit the team. So you'll know who's real swarmies because we'll have difficult times and some people will stay here. Think of all the people that have called themselves swarmies and they're gone now. Well, obviously we didn't do anything to anybody. You guys know us better than that. So why did they leave, right? Well, they're satisfied. We weren't enough. You weren't enough. I wasn't enough. Whatever going on in their lives is more important. That's not a fucking swarmy. Swarmies for life, man. Swarmies know that they're swarmies because they're here. So if you're not here, and I don't mean here in the chat. I mean here, like every couple months you check in. Maybe every couple years or two you come and see a show or something. You come catch up, or just maybe you can't make it to a show. Maybe you live in another country. But you go in the Discord and you talk with Nate. You talk with Hans. Or you just stay up. Maybe you're not huge friends with the band. Maybe you like good bars. Or you just like playing with ICG. That's okay too. I think a lot of bands or a lot of brands or a lot of companies go, it's me or nothing else. But no, we like other bands here. We like other gamers. We like other creators. And unlike other communities, we allow other communities to get their shit off. Why not? Why not? Lexi! I'm about to start. Well, no, I'm live. That air feels great, man. Yeah. I've been fighting for professional help with my depression in such for many years, despite not having received that. I have not given up. And honestly, you should never give up on that. I never knew that mental health was a thing. Even I grew up in institutions, and I was told all about it, and I was taught different tools to deal with it. But I never believed really that. Thank you, Real Life CallOuts. I never really believed that it was a thing. Being African American, and you're taught that, if you're brown, you're taught that you don't have mental health. That's not a thing that you're allowed to have. If you're at least we're out here in New England, in the 80s and 90s, if you were a brown-skinned fella, African-American fella, and you said that your feelings, if you ever said something like, the way I feel, if you said something like that, you get your ass kicked, man. Like, it just was not acceptable. Not in my house. My house, it was, there was strong men there, and sensitivity or any kind of feeling bad for yourself or any sort of sharing of feelings was highly inappropriate for men in my family. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just telling you that's the way I grew up. I don't think it's right, but I do think that males should be allowed to be male, which certainly everybody sheds a tear every now and then. I think that that's okay, but there is a certain amount of emotion that men have to protect, even in today and even in modern world. It's still looked down upon, and there's only a few emotions that some men are allowed to feel. I mean, the young boys now, they can feel whatever they want. They could dress like girls and they could do all kinds of different stuff, which I think is great. People should have the freedom to do what they do. But that was, when I was growing up, that we didn't have TikTok. So, when what I'm saying, you had to express yourself a different way. And a lot of times you had to express yourself under the judgment and under the physical observation of other men and other human beings. You didn't have the ability to hide in your house and play dress up. I really appreciate that. I'm here for everyone. Yeah, no, this is a generous thing. This is for all people. We celebrate all people here. And in saying that, we talk about our differences not to compare them. And certainly not to compete. It's to remember that, it's the experience to bring wisdom, and it's the youth that keep us young. So let's protect each other. I don't think I've ever said that better.
You put that very well.
You know what I mean? Just that's fairly, it. Just to be fair, And smoke some weed, man. Stop playing around. Stop arguing all the goddamn time. My biological parents had dealt with mental illness. Oof. No, I was locked up with a lot of guys that suffered from acute, severe mental illness. And I always wondered. I said, man, how are these guys locked up in a criminal environment? You know, I mean, really handicapped people. I was locked up with people. Some of them couldn't read or write or speak English. People who truly needed help. And I always wondered, you know, how they were grouped in so comfortably with everybody else, because clearly they had a problem surviving there. It was really sad, actually. You know what? I honestly have never really thought about it as much until now, bringing this up. But you know, over the course of years of me seeing it naturally, but that was normal. You know, that again, you know what I mean? Like, it was normal. From one of the most vivid moments I have in my mind is when I was in juvenile hall. I watched 2 police officers handcuff and stomp a handicapped kid and break his arm in the hallway. I watched that shit and I was like, all right, life is, I gotta take things seriously, I guess. One thing that helps me is the good old Mary motherfucking J. Amen to that, bro. Hold on, let me get one for you. God bless you on that one, man. I don't drink or smoke cigarettes anymore back because those are really stressful, but I do smoke some motherfucker. We're gonna smoke a couple here today. We're working on the next single. I don't even want to listen to it because it's good. We played it for you guys on Twitch a couple weeks ago. Hopefully you guys liked it. We're excited to finally have some shows. I'm dying for an Ohio show. I'm really looking to play a show in Ohio the week of October 15th. I really need like some more shows out there. And for all of you people in the Chicago area, get ready, buckle up, because we got a fucking banger. We got a fucking banger coming. You know what I like about all these shows, Lex? Is like, you know, we've always rode around and like, yo, we're headlining all over the country. That doesn't make you nervous? Like, it's not like we're touring around the country and like normally bands of our size, we're opening up for people. Right? I think that's nice too. In fact, if you're a band out there and we can open up, send us a message. But what do you think? Like we're headlining these trips. Kind of nerve-wracking, right? We're just a little thing.
Not in the sense of the performance, like putting on the show, but more in the sense of getting there and making sure that we have the proper tools and resources for us to make bread there, for us we can get back.
Man, yeah, wow. You heard that? She said that absolutely perfectly. It was literally just a random chance I encountered. We were talking about music. He's a bassist for a local band. Bingo, dude. And one thing led to another, and I invited him to the Swarm. And I guarantee you, like, the Swarm has a really good, balanced taste for music. There's people in the Swarm that like reggae music. There's people in the Swarm that like punk music. There's people in the Swarm that like rap music. If you can't get some attention in the Swarm, you're doing something wrong. Like most groups, like you could have a heavy metal group, and then they put up a model. You're getting thrown out. You could be a cosplay person, you know what I mean, and you're in a Halo group. You're getting blocked. You could be a rap guy and then come into a heavy metal group, and then share something and get blocked immediately. But not in our group. It's the only fucking place in Facebook where you could do that. That's not like where you're not gonna see Indians fucking like, you know what I'm saying, blowing cows and shit like that and fucking, you know what I'm saying? There's like some really scary shit out there.
Yeah.
I seen one, you know what I mean? I really seen somebody blowing a cow on Facebook, and I was like, I thought everybody was kidding about it. Like all these groups that have like dog sex and everything. I was very disappointed. I was very disappointed in
The
seeing that.
only off-topic videos and groups I've
So where
seen
can you go now to have a conversation? It's like you got to see somebody.
is like people building houses or painting walls or some sort of construction.
Oh, in the
work.
swarm?
Like really fast videos, like time lapse.
Okay, so if you see those in the swarm, get rid of those.
Does anything go with the teriyaki?
Teriyaki goes with teriyaki.
That's it?
I mean,
Little salt? Maybe?
no, because your soy is your salt.
Okay.
You know, think of Eastern salt being like soy, like
Anything
I call it
else, or
soy
is there-
salt.
Is there anything on the chicken at all? Just teriyaki?
Yes, JD. For those of you guys that are mods, I'm sorry. What, Melissa?
Does anything go with the teriyaki besides teriyaki?
No, you just put some teriyaki on that. Smother it. You know what I do? So what I do is I cook the chicken wing like I normally do. Okay, I cook it dry as a motherfucker, dead ass. All right, and I get it flipping, because if you put the teriyaki on it, it kind of candies up and caramelizes, and it's sugary, so it burns. So I cook my chicken wing damn near halfway through before I even put my sauce on it. Then I don't cook all my sauce off and burn the sauce off the meat. Because you know what winds up happening is the teriyaki will stick to the fucking pan. You know what I mean? And you know I like to cook the shit out of my chicken. Cook the shit out of it. Sorry about that. Yeah, so you guys that are mods, pretty much we got it down now. I've fine-tuned it so I think everybody that should be a mod in that group is. And now it's just a matter of weeding out bad mods. So right now there's a generous amount of mods, but I know if I can guess human beings that somebody will fuck it up. So I have to take it away. Mm-hmm. And I take shit away easily. Yeah. I know people don't care, but neither do I. That's why I take it. So people are like, fuck you, Will, kick me out of the group. And I kick them out of the group. And they'll be like, you kicked me out of the group. And I'll be like, well, you're an asshole. What do you think? I'll slap you in the fucking head. I mean, like I wouldn't do that if you was in my house acting like that. I'd ask you to leave my house. The group is for people that want to be nice. The group is not for people that want to abuse people. So if you want to abuse people, why are you in my group? It's like the people who will come to the Sepsis page and be like, I don't like your music. And I'll say, well, thank you for listening to my music. Think about that for a second. I'll be like in a separate group, and I'll be like, hey, you know, those flowers look great on that dress. And somebody will say, fuck you, Sepsis, your music sucks. And I'll say, I never asked you to listen to my music. But since you have, thank you for visiting you've just helped me out with the algorithm. Every time you talk to me, you have to tag my name in order for me to know that you're talking to me. So you're literally tagging me on the internet, making me famous. Stop doing that. If you don't want me to be successful, stop tagging me. Don't talk with me on the internet.
And don't talk about them.
Don't talk about me. Even if you say I hate Will, the algorithm's going to be like, well, we love Will then. I'm telling you, just don't even do it. So if you really can't stand me, you want me to go away, don't listen to me. Cali guy, what up? Yo, BTMX is no fucking joke. I see y'all over there. There's not a lot of people that are actually Sepsis affiliates because they have to go through me. And I don't like doing anything. Really, everybody here is really, I wouldn't describe myself as not a generous person, but I'm certainly a cautious person. You know, so like, it's really easy to be my friend, but it's really hard to be my close friend. Does that make sense? Like, it's easy to meet me. It's easy to have a conversation with me. I'm easy to approach. I'm not going to, like, yell at you. Or I'm easy, you know, I like the way everybody looks. I don't have any, like, hang-ups. I was raised well like that. I'm not afraid of women or people. I love kids. I like animals and shit. So, you know, I know both sides of the fence. I've lived poor, you know, and I've lived, um, I've had an abundance, if you will. I've always had an abundance. I've always been all right, you know. Even in my bad times, my darkest times, I've always had some light on me, you know. So yeah, uh, we don't beg people to come and listen to our music. We know that we're kind of a unique band, so it's like we're that kind of band that if you do listen to us, it's literally because you've been looking for something. You know, we know that you people that don't like our band don't. You haven't been looking for something like that in your life. We realize that. We didn't plan on writing this music. It's just the way that it is. How am I? Oh man, I'm doing really well actually. I'm very happy. I mean, this is gonna sound really disgusting, but like I've been like looking at my children lately, and I'm like, man, some good-looking motherfuckers, man. So like, I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? I'd be like, yeah. I'd be like looking at my kids, like I'm glad that they're. It must be like some parent thing. I'm like, yeah, well, my kids got their body parts. I like that. I'm happy. ICG's doing really well. I'm at a kind of a calm point in my life. I'm really trying not to push. Um, I'm trying not to push the unnecessaries. I think in the last 2 to 3 years we had so many necessaries. You know what I mean? There's like a bucket load of what was necessary to do. Where it's, you know, everybody came out of the lockdowns and the pandemic like they know what they were gonna do. Everybody came out like they were gonna predict the fucking future, and I just refuse to do that. Like, let's face it. A lot of people be like, "Will, you're a know-it-all. You know, you always act like you know everything." But it's like I don't. That's inaccurate, and but I can see why people would feel like that, because I just don't talk a lot about shit I don't know about. So I think people get used to being online, or used to hearing people always fucking yap talking about shit they don't know about. So we're used to human beings just running their fucking mouths about shit. But if you talk to somebody that's hyper focused, if you talk to somebody that kind of has centralized the main points of their lives, I could tend to bore people really, because I only know about a few things. It just so happens that when it comes to the things I don't know about, I'm quiet and I listen because I don't know any fucking thing about it, which in appearance can make it seem like I'm a know-it-all. But if you're around weed smokers all the time, you tend to think that everybody smokes weed, even though you know that that's not true. You know that people don't inhale shit, but you know the people you hang out with inhale shit because you inhale shit, and you need an excuse, and you need people in your life that inhale marijuana. That's why we smoke marijuana, because we the type of people. That's why if you like football, you're going to be talking about football. If you're a fan of Halo, you know what I'm saying? Chances are, you know what I mean? You know what the overshield is. I mean, I hate to be like too obvious, right? But this isn't like a karma thing. This isn't supernatural. I literally mean live by the sword. You might die by the sword. You know, you could be a good person and bad shit still happen to you. Or you could be a fucking real piece of shit and catch all types of fortunes. Look at all the people out there that are truly behaving poorly and they still receive good fortune. And that's because it's not about doing what's right. It's that people do what's popular, and what's popular changes over time. You understand? So sometimes what we feel valuable, what we think is valuable, that changes over time. And everybody's so anxious, to have so much anxiety, mental health, because they can't keep up with it. Not with all the apps, and not without all the smartphones and devices that everybody's got to be plugged into. You know, I mean, if 98% of all prisoners come home, that's a real figure. But if let's cut it in half, man. If 60% of all people that we sent to prison came home, which is a much lower number than it is, and we live in a world where all there is available is to plug in, then immediately when murderers and sex offenders and, you know, launderers and people like that, when they get home, they got to plug in. And how do I know that? Because I'm one of them. So I know what the internet is because I know what freedom is. Because when you go to prison, one thing you'll notice is that you know where all the criminals and crooks are. Everybody's dressed in a uniform, including the police. So you know who because everybody's in a uniform. You got your mind on crime every day. But it's like, but if you're on the streets, you're not really thinking of that. But before all the sex offenders, before the serial killers, before all the madmen get to the prison and put on that uniform, they're wearing a much more sophisticated uniform. They're wearing what you and I are doing. They're living like you and I. So it's like you have the convenience, you know what I'm saying, of being in an institution and being like, wow, sitting across and eating breakfast with these motherfuckers and being like, yo, that's a baby shaker right there. And you think to yourself, wow, he shook a baby? Like that looks like the guy that works at the Waffle House. And then you realize that's the guy that works at the Waffle House. You know, and when you're in prison, you run into judges in prison. You run into lawyers in prison. You run into police officers and clergymen. You run into tax experts, you know what I mean? You run into city councilmen, you run into psychologists, and you like, but you're sitting out here and you're like, you know, criminals that are in prison are just like some separate people than us. Nah, man. There's more criminals out here than there is in prison. They're just not, they just haven't been caught. So while you're living your day-to-day life, worried about some people locked up in a building, I mean, for Christ's sakes, the reason why I can speak about this because I'm one of those people, you know what I mean? And if I hadn't survived it, I wouldn't be able to tell you what it's all about. You know, that's honestly, that's a real life experience that I have. You know, that's not an opinion. That's just what happened. But we all have the kind of like what do you call that? Like astral projection or something. Like we kind of like jump out of our bodies. We imagine ourselves, you know, living a certain way. But it's like predictably so, you know what I'm saying? We're to blame for all this shit because we built our own boundaries. We built a world where as soon as a sex offender comes home, we have to plug them into the internet. You know, the same guy that robbed a bank 20 years ago can't get an apartment now unless he has a Google account. It's y'all fault, man. So when it's like, you got to look at video games and everything like that. You made it mandatory for sex offenders to play video games with your kids. Fucking idiots. I don't know. I mean, if you put me in charge, it'd be something different. This is my view. You know what I'm saying? This isn't the band's view. You'll have to ask them. You know what I'm saying? But this is my personal view. But that's my experience based on where I come from. You know, that's I was taught that. You know, I don't expect nobody to think that way. You can go back to living a life where you could pretend that everybody's safe. Kids can't even go to school any fucking more, man. Tell you what, if I was one of these kids, man, I wouldn't go to fucking school. I didn't go to school when I was a kid because when I was a kid, they were all the Catholics and all the people, they were sexually assaulting us and all the fucking shit that happened in school, all the beatings and the shit that happened in the 80s and 90s. We were, I don't know many kids in my class that weren't sexually assaulted or beaten or hurt by adults. So, you know, our whole lives, man, we couldn't wait to, my whole life, I couldn't wait to be an adult. People ask me today, man, what would you do, man, to go back and be a kid? And I'm like, are you fucking crazy, bro? No way, man. Because when we were kids, that was the big dream, is to survive. So, you know what I mean? Like, let's just survive until we can get to 18. Most of us got to 18 and didn't even realize it. All right, let's see where we're at today. So I didn't mean to get all doom and gloom on you motherfuckers. I'm just keeping it real. Like I said, it's just knowing your neighborhood. I forgot where I'm at. And then there's this whole bit here about upgrading shit. Let's see what we got here. This is stupid. Increases shield capacity by 15%. I like, why would I need this goofy shit? This is not a Halo thing. It stuns enemies. Like, I'm not really looking for that. Base shield. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with it, right? Even though I think that's some loser type shit. Like some loser shit. I'm just like, in the realm of Halo, I'm not used to having to power shit up to move forward. I mean, I don't know if you have to do it. This is not something that's typically a feature in Halo games, you know? You guys, I've been smoking this joint for as long. How long have we been on? That's how long I've been. I lit this motherfucker. This shit's still going. This shit's still going. This shit's been lit for 36 minutes? Holy shit. This joint has been lit for 36 minutes. Give or take. 30 minutes. All right. I forgot where I'm going. Now, Bars was telling me about fast travel. That's a fast travel point. Wow. Really fucking silly. Okay. The tower. Locate the UNSC signal within the tower. That's where we're going. Primarily sabotage the shit. Controlled by fast travel. It's a fast travel hub. I don't know. That's goofy. Oh, we're not going up there. All right. Yeah, no, I'm going to go capture the base. I'm not upset about it. Why is it? Damn, that made it look like it was a lot farther than that. I ain't got no fucking... Look, he ran, sucker. This motherfucker, don't run for me, player. He's just a little player. Look, he fell on the ground? What's he doing? Oh! That's what we do to motherfuckers in multiplayer. Who the fuck is behind me? It's just because I don't... Whoa! Look at this motherfucker! What a crazy son of a bitch. Why would he try that on me, man? Fucking loser. Let me get this Moss Beezy. No, I'll take this guy. He's here! Oh, these motherfuckers are trying to get their friends. Yo. Where you going, dumbass? Oh, you're trying to get nice with me? Why would you try to do that? He knows how I play multiplayer. I don't play no type of shit like that. I'm disappointed with the Needler myself. Let's do it. Why would you talk shit like that and get punched in the face, sucker? Whoa, the fadeaway, the look away. did an ad on Facebook? The sons of bitches. I should probably, hold on, let me, I want to actually share this on my Facebook. Appreciate y'all being, nice. Yeah, so if y'all just tuning in, welcome. This is definitely a real life call outs experience. Feel free, man. This is like open forum too. A lot of people don't get the chance to just shoot the shit or chat with me, so that's what this is all about. There's no rules. There's no time limit. You don't have to be here. I don't have to be here. We could talk about music. We don't have to talk at all. I think sometimes in streams, people be like, oh, I gotta say something. Not to me, you don't. You can just watch. You can just hang out, smoke some trees. Oh, shit, I just hit my dude. Oh, wow, Bars was here the other day. I know where I'm at. Whoa! That's what I get for thinking shit was smooth.
Can't see how it ends. Not for me.
Why are we playing this game? I thought for a second I thought I had the thruster pack.
I need some help.
Somebody was talking about the weapons. I really, with the Halo thing, I'm pretty disappointed with all the weapons. It's really sad. But none. I just don't use. These aren't. This isn't my bag. I'm a light rifle guy, DMR guy. I'm a thruster pack guy. I'm like a sprint and thruster pack kind of person. I'm not really into this silly shit.
Trigger finger's itchy.
Usually when I play campaign, I try to keep my Marines guarded. I try to put myself on the line. So if I play a little careless, it's because I'm trying to back up my little dudes. Ah. Ah. Move it. Fuck up on my way, player. You know, I feel like they really, this particular game, they absolutely made this game accessible to new players. You know what I mean? You could tell that they really did their best to like make this, they really simplified it. Especially in the sense of the multiplayer. I'm not going to go into it because if you want to hear more about that, you can watch past episodes of Real Life Callouts. But I've gone on and on about it. And we really switched it up with Real Life Callouts right now because I don't want to really say too much negative about the game because really, for ICG, this game has gotten better and better. At the game itself without ICG, I think would be hurting. Give me that, sucker. Well, you better watch your mouth then, player. Stand up when you talk to me. He was trying to get fresh. He's at attention now. So I think that just very limited. You know, why not? We had this massive sandbox in Halo, this historical, rich sandbox filled with all kinds of these cool technology and tools. And here, we got these brand new silly ass weapons. And if you're gonna do brand new, do brand new. Just don't replace awesome shit with brand new shit. Don't replace awesome gear with stuff that might be considered lackluster to traditional players. That's a sniper. Woo! Not by the hair. Sit down, stupid. That was one shot. You sit down, one shot network, man. We had a flawless night the other night. You ain't kidding, man. We had a great night on ICG. That's what I'm saying. Like, in terms of ICG, we're getting what we want. I tend to be a team player, so it's like if Sepsis is winning, if ICG is winning, if the Swarm's winning, then we're winning. You know what I mean? Wasps don't pollinate. Honeybees pollinate. You know what I mean? People always wonder, like, why do we choose the wasp as a symbol? It's because the wasp, you know, most human beings tend to think of the wasp, an animal, as just like being a pest, really. But you know, if you ever want to see a grown man jump out of his fucking socks, you put a wasp in the room. So that's why we chose the wasp as being a dedicated creature. And there's so many different versions and families to wasps. I could show you guys a whole bunch of different stuff on that. Their behaviors, their tools, their skills, their social communities. We model everything, after that, you know. So honeybees, they kind of pollinate, they help the world, they're really cute and cuddly, and they're very needed. But that's kind of their thing, is like helping everybody else. Where, you know, and wasps do that, you know, hornets and wasps, they do that. They don't do it as much. And if you fuck with one of them, you gotta fuck with all of the motherfuckers. You know, a honeybee is sting you in the ass, and then it go die somewhere and lay down. A wasp ain't built like that. You know what I mean? A wasp is designed to continue forward. When a wasp has done his deed, when he's done his work on Earth, he's free to roam as he wishes. Where a honeybee will always be a slave, you know, to the hive. Whereas we promote, you know, creativity and expression and a lot more freedom than your other social environments. So yeah. I don't know if you can hear the... Look at this guy. What is he doing? He tried to get me. You saw that? He's stupid. I knew he was going to hit me with that. I'm definitely playing a lot better than I was last time, because I think I was just like wrapped up in like... Ah! Wow, that's tight. That's a big motherfucker, bro. With all this rooftop action, this is fucking crazy. I didn't expect this. This is good. These guys are silly. Yo, I don't know if you guys can hear them talking, but they're funny. He's like, Chief with the takedown. Where the fuck are these? Why don't they come up here and help me? They couldn't get up here, suckers. They downstairs getting shot at. Look at them down there. What are they doing? That's how they probably gonna die. Oh, look at these motherfuckers. I don't got the... I feel like I don't got the... Now, like I said before, me in Halo, I'll kind of chop away at the smaller guys. So, because they tend to be a nuisance, and then once I do that, usually I'll have enough room to you know, to isolate and focus on the bigger guys. I really don't want my guys. I think my guys are gonna die. So I gotta watch these dudes. I wish they could come up here with me. What is this? I didn't see this over here. Hold on. There's another thing I really don't like about this silly game is these things here. Definitely not too many of these, you know, a little predictable and arcadey and a little foolish. I missed some shit. Oh, don't get shot in the back of the neck, player. Look at this guy, cross map. Now I have no fucking bullet. Go ahead. Johnny, Johnny may go all psycho. Yeah, so who do you guys think is gonna win the slap boxing match? When should we set, like, when should we do this? When do you think we should do this? Like, what's a good date for this? I don't want to do it, like, while we're camping, although that would be hilarious, but in the very rare instant that somebody dislocates a finger or something, these guys aren't too coordinated. So I, in light of that, we have to have a referee for this. Probably Bars, because he's got the weight. Look at these motherfuckers. So I'm gonna have to pick up the needler again, because that's all they're gonna give me. And no, like, I guess I could do a little bit more in this, woo, what a shot. Maybe I could do something more in the lines of searching for weapons. But I feel, look, they put all these things around here because of the lack of weapons. Like, it's kind of goofy, right? And if you think about it like that, like, why not just have dope weapons? Why have all this legit? Like, I'm a little too reliant on. Do you see that? That was a 3-point attack. Do y'all see that attack? That was crazy. Get the fuck out of here. That was his own fault. Wow. There's still more people behind me? I'm not even sure how that would be. Whoa, I'm stuck. Okay, there he is. Oh my God, did y'all see that? Oh, wow. What the fuck? Yo, this motherfucker up here keeps shooting me in the back, player. Look at this, so dumb. They're just gonna keep chasing me down. You know that's not. Shut the fuck up, stupid motherfucker. Let me slide up in here. Look, I mean, look at how much of this shit that you can just hit people with this shit all day. I don't even have to fire a shot. Hey, eat that, you fucking idiot. Y'all like that? Let me grab this shit right here. I mean, I could just... Was he on a shade? Oh, that's a sniper. Woof! They're trying to get cute. Watch this. Watch this. See that? Saw that? Saw that? This is a mistake. This is a mistake for him. That's a mistake. Stupid. I feel like there's a lot of... Oh, there's my dudes. They're above me. The demon. Oh, he might have set a trap for me this whole time. I'm like running in here, but he thinks, oh man, he's pissed off. You see what happened? There is nothing that you can do. Die. Die. Oh wow, they talking insults and all that. You hear these motherfuckers, bro? I'm not the one.
Yes, he does, but fortunately, it's misplaced.
Han's entrance music needs to be pretty fly for a white guy. We could do that. I think that's perfect. Whew! Sucker. Why, like, why is this guy still here? Yo, fam, get the fuck up out of here. Oh! Get the fuck out of here. You got rocked. You got rocked. I felt it even before. Oh, how dare you. You ain't gonna do nothing like that, little player. You ain't gonna do nothing about that. Hold on a second. Oh, wow. You're a smart motherfucker. He thinks he's cool up there.
The only way in is to remove the lockdown.
Listen, lady, I ain't worried about that right now. We got shit to do still. Let me grab this. Who the fuck else is over here? Give me this. Wow, I didn't know they could throw them shits. Keep it real. I don't wanna get these dudes. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Oh, I thought he was shooting the little dudes. Real talk? I thought he was gonna throw that bomb and release them right there.
To deactivate the lockdown.
Oh shit. I wasn't even looking, goddammit. That's what I get. That's my own fault, y'all. Can y'all believe that? I don't even know where it's saved. Fucking A. See, that's why I should have been paying attention. I still think there's guys up here.
Marked it on the map.
Yo, what the fuck was that? Wait till you hear the grunt on the communication towers. Oh, man. I don't know what I'm up against, man. That's the second time. That time I died legit. That was a real death.
I've marked it on the map.
Oof. Oh, look at this part. It's like a munitions. Why have you played? Have you played this this campaign already? Has anybody else finished this? I mean, what the fuck is that? What? Oh, whatever. I think that's something that you access on the other side. That's what I mean. Like, what the fuck is that silly shit? The Banish come in here with all this. I just acquired my first. Oh! Oof. I just acquired my first base in the campaign. Oh, okay. I didn't even know you had a base like that. I'm going through the motions, but
Let's find a way in.
it's so unlike other Halo games I played that I can't really say. Whoa, look at that, dude. Wow. That's a lot of dudes. Wow. Not today, dumbass. Sucker. Don't play with me like that. So hold on. Now, I'm a type of person I realize that this is where I'm at. I realize that it appears that I'm out of danger. I'm not, that's not the way I think. So, I'm going to do a quick scan of this area. I'm going to make sure, what the fuck? See, I don't even know, what is all this about? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Exactly. Now that's why, now you see why I did that. Because I was not trying to, like, come down here and play with these boys. Look, there's more of them. See? This would have been my ass. Now look, I would have came out here You got all this motherfucking, all this territory. What's up with this shit? Right, because I'm gonna hit, that's gonna unlock this dude right here. I'm gonna light this motherfucker up. Bitch ass motherfucker. Yeah. There's more people here. Like, look how many people there is.
Yes,
Like,
the lockdown is controlled from the security building near the front.
no, I get that, lady. I don't care about all that. I'm on my own time. All right, so now I'm back out here. I still got more. Whoa, I told you I had more business out here. Oh, shit. That was the whole point. See, and then they lead you to believe that I was done. Look at this. This guy trying to tear me up, man. They got all these short-range weapons. Like, I don't appreciate that. Whoops. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. That was so dangerous. Y'all know I almost died, right? That was crazy. Y'all seen that? I can't risk it. Stay away. Come on, no way. Look, he still died from the grave. I'm gonna take a quick break and use the bathroom, y'all. I won't be long though. You guys can look at the great banner. I don't have one of those fancy commercials, like I'll be right back or nothing. So the lobster heads, they're eating their lobster. They're loving it, lobstering it up. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do more pillows. Look at this big ass pillow. Yeah, we got to do that, unfortunately. Well, it makes me a little taller though, I'll tell you. I don't know if I like that. Some of you guys are still here, I appreciate y'all. I haven't even finished the campaign. I'm kind of waiting for co-op. I was waiting for co-op, but I don't want to wait anymore because I want to do other stuff with my time. I don't have a lot of time off, so like I'm using tonight. This is kind of like me just like being able to hang out a little bit. I don't like going out too much, like we used to when we were younger. Because it's like, I mean, you got like getting sick, and then you have like all the shit I like to do is like be around other people, and then you have like gas prices, and you have, so I have like the events that I have going on, and like, so now it's like, damn, if I go out with sepsis, I have to use that as a time to hang out too. And I try to definitely not to. I try not to treat my job like my job. You'd be like, what the hell? How does it work to be like? And you guys understand, but like, this is our real job, man, and it's hard for people to believe. And it's not our only job, but it is our job because we chose it to be. You know what I mean? Now we've made a bunch of investments over the years, and we own property and all types of stuff within rock and roll. So now it's like we have albums and record deals and everything. So now we have this as a job. So you know, we try to remember, hey, let's have some fun. You know, 80-20, man. We're having fun. 80% of the time we're having fun, but we do have to pay attention. Hello, Sepsis. Hello, Sepsis Chair. What's going on with your life? You crazy, bro. I'm not gonna unpause it yet because I want it. I know I'm in a sticky situation. I am gonna go get my flip-flops though. Hold on. Hey! Yo, are y'all playing twerking hearts and shit? Thank you for the bits, y'all. We got twerking hearts. I like the twerking heart. I don't know if it was the heart or not, but I got something. Now I'm starting to understand more about the bits and the bits and the things, and it's cool. I like it. I gotta stick with it. So yeah, so now these Tuesdays are like, for me, it's like my day off. This is like my calm time. I open the windows, I get a good breeze going. You know what I mean? The ladies are off doing what they're doing. They're cooking and doing social media, and I get to drop the phone and, you know, forget about all the goings on. I'm not too worried about jobs or deadlines or appointments right now. I'm not. If you message me, I'm not getting back to you. Nope. Everybody needs some them time. So this is it. This is my little bit of them time. This is it. Oh yeah, I gotta remember what I'm doing.
Tower while the lockdown is still active.
Sucker. Alright, I gotta remember what I was doing. I kinda forgot. Like, I'm disorientated. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember now. This fucking place. Alright, well, we're gonna do something different. I'm not gonna obviously continue to doing the same thing, you know?
The only way in is to remove the lockdown.
Yep, thanks. Remember, we had all this silly shit that we fought through. Truthfully, what I want is a long-range weapon, but they're not gonna give it to me. I'm not really into these so they want me to do this. Alright. But I didn't want to because I was more concerned. more concerned than this right here. This motherfucker. I've never even tried to use that at range. I just thought that'd be fun. So. Now they give me, like, what's the sense?
The lockdown is controlled from the security building near the front.
Hey, get us out of here!
Oh man, I forgot about that fucking guy. Oh my gosh, why didn't y'all remind me? Let me play with this fucking guy. What the fuck up with that?
We need to deactivate the lockdown.
Yo, what's up? What's going on? How y'all doing, man? Sorry, if I don't recognize everybody, it's because I'm pretty much clueless, man. I apologize. So if you're new here, or if I know you, then you can say your real name, and then I'll know you. Melissa knows everybody by they're not even gamer tags, right?
We're not getting in the tower while the
They're
lockdown
Twitch
is still
tags.
active.
Look at this guy, he's still alive. Whoa. What the fuck? Let's rock, kids.
Let me return the favor. Let's make them pay.
Well, let's make them pay. I'm gonna try to initiate it. I was wondering if he was gonna get
Lockdown
out.
is controlled from the security building near the front.
I love the way they made these jackals look, man. You best at racing games, shooters. Oh, for real? Oh, that's what's up. You know, it's been years since I played a racing game, but I'm such a boring gamer. I only like a few video games. It's terrible. Now I'll talk about being a great gamer. But it's, you know, I really like the idea of all video games, but once I start playing them, I'll be like, oh, I miss my old video games. I'm a bad video game fan because I talk too much shit about video games. I feel like the way about video games is how I probably feel about like rock and roll and shit. Like, I'm always like, consumers and people and you know, people, shoppers and shit have a hard time shopping for music, and I think that automatically translates into I want people to buy my music. No, I genuinely I want people to discover. Put it this way, I want people to, if somebody was like, oh, everybody just discovers your music, to me that's a nightmare. That's a fucking nightmare. That's a fucking nightmare. Of course, you know what I'm saying, I encourage all of our fans to discover as much music as possible. And I think that greatly builds your trust and stock in us. So why would I would never be worried about something like that. I think that's a massive advantage. That's how I view that. I'm decent at sports games, for real. You right, bars play some sports games, man. I know some of the ICG people play sports games. A lot of my Xbox Live friends still do too.
This place is an interrogation facility run by our elite friend back there, Shacklock.
His reputation's not good. He just had his friends try to fucking kill me. That was it? Where's my dudes, man? I wish I could tell him what to do.
Manually activate the gravity lift. I've marked it on your map.
Look at all my guys. See all my guys, y'all? That's why I wanted to keep them alive. Now, if this was on easy, I'd be able to keep these guys alive.
This location acts as
Now,
a holding facility.
oh, look at these guys.
Prisoners are
Whoa!
captured, funneled through to Chaff Rock, and then on to somewhere they call the House of Reckoning.
Plus,
which
you sit
is
down.
suitably ominous and banished sounding.
How the fuck? Right. Fuck him. I'm trying to help you. You want to die?
Take a breather, Maurice.
Yeah, take a breather, Marine. I'll fuck you up. Oh, whoops. Fucking guys are disorientating me. What the fuck? How the fuck do I get in here? It's up there? Oh my lord. How the fuck do I get up there? Well, this ought to be interesting. If anybody knows, do I gotta get up on that? I do. What the fuck? I didn't anticipate so much climbing. Whoa.
Remember, we
Well,
can't
oh.
get up there without activating the gravity lift.
Oh, really? So I can't get up there without activating the gravity lift, but I don't know how the fuck do I get up there? What the fuck? Oh, do I have to go back in that little goofy thing? Oh man, we're in trouble now. I think I remember we have to. Didn't we have to go in there? Oh man, I done fell. Let me just check on something real quick, cause I think I'm just gonna double back. Why NPCs never shoot, defend themselves? They always program them with weapons, but they never program them with the ability to shoot them. Yeah, you know.
Find a way to activate the gravity lift.
I don't know. I don't know if this game.
Let's move, Maurice.
Let's move, Marines. Yo, what the fuck was that? Oh my lord. What's he doing? Put your ass down. I mean, he kind of shot at me. Wow. Wow. That was like not good for me. Whoa. I'm like off the cliff over here. Holy shit. Wow. I don't know what happened there. Yo, they killed all my Marines, man. Look at that. I'm still off key, man. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. The fuck do I get in there?
We can't get up there without activating the gravity.
Yeah, lady, I feel you. And then, yeah, I don't know where the fuck I'm going now. If y'all see me running around over here, y'all don't tell me where to go. I'm gonna be mad at y'all. He says 0 self-defense. Nah, he got shot. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. He really did get shot. He says 0 self-defense. I mean, I don't know. Halo, I feel like this game, you know, was made for Xbox One. You know? And I feel like when they started making this game, I think the video games were changing. I think this is the beginning of games literally changing. And
Find a way to activate the gravity lift.
I know. I thought I did that. I already did this one, no? That's the one I did already. Oh shit, I really don't know where I'm going. That's bad news for me, man. Y'all could chime in here any second. I don't think the map's gonna tell me anything. Hell no, this shit ain't gonna tell me. I'm gonna continue to this deck because I really haven't explored completely out here. I would feel foolish if I didn't give it a shot, right? Like, what kind of world is this, man? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't see no type of way in.
Remember, we can't get up there without activating the gravity lift.
And she's just gonna keep talking shit. Red shirts in Star Trek, they're destined to die. No, they are. Yo, there's got to be an opening, like, in the structure or something. You know?
We're right behind you.
No, you're not. What about this fucking thing? What is this? Nothing. Anytime y'all want to say something. I swear to God, I know I went up here. I already know I went up there. I went up here too. That's the spot. I already did all that. Yo, I'm in trouble, y'all. What y'all gotta help me.
To activate the gravity lift.
I'm gonna start scanning shit. Uh-oh, I saw something over here. I wasn't even gonna use the scanner. I was gonna try to use my brain, but I couldn't figure it out. What the fuck is this? See, I knew there was something with this stupid thing. What's this? Oh man, come on, it was that easy? I wasn't about to start scanning. Oh, look at this shit. This doesn't look safe. What the fuck? I told you. That's why I killed everybody, because I knew a phantom was going to show up. That's exactly why I fucking killed everybody. Think about it. Holy shit. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, my man here dropped this fucking strap. What's up with you, player? Yo, they're coming for me for real, too. Oof. Yo, how the fuck you get behind me? That's bullshit. Let him up. I know my Marines got shattered. Oh! Oh, I'm stuck. Woo! That was kind of multiplayer-ish. Oh, I didn't want to do it to him. Yes. I was checking him to see what kind of enemy he was. You know what I mean? I figured in most cases, as long as it wasn't a brute. Whoa. God, love it. It's so sensitive. Like, even if you get, like... See, they tried to trick me. That's crazy. Yo, who the fuck? Yo, he still died. That's crazy. Whoa, what the fuck? Y'all see that? Like, what the fuck was that? Man, I need some straps, man. What the fuck is that? That bitch-ass Destiny gun? Yep. Is he dead? Because I'm not... Look at he's still over there. Maybe I shouldn't even care about it. I mean, at that rate. You know I'm gonna come up here, there's gonna be 10. What the fuck is he hitting me with? Be for real. You see this shit? That looks like a whole lot of Hulk smash coming up the rim. Ha! You ain't kidding. Yo, what up? You saying something? Lex, you can try to roll a joint and screw it up. It's always fun. Hey, look at this armor.
You got new armor?
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking maybe that's what it is. Equipment unlocked. Look, I finally unlocked something.
It appears to lock onto and highlight any targets.
Oh no, that's the threat sensor.
This armor belonged to a Spartan named Hudson Griffin.
Hudson, you little
Griffin.
motherfucker.
Was removed forcibly. It's a long shot that he might still be alive.
You heard that, y'all? The threat sensor is a deployable device that reveals idiots and it highlights goofballs within range. Press right on the directional pad to open up the equipment switcher and then clobber motherfuckers over the head. Multiple sensors may be placed simultaneously on people's private parts while they're running around.
Shit.
And yeah.
And yeah. Damn.
William, have a great live. Got to do ours. Yeah, thank you, Billy. Billy's the man, bro. Shout out to Billy at BTMX. If you're not over there, you're screwing everything up. Molnar upgrade, does that mean you're a Halo Thor now? But that's what I'm saying. Like, I was hoping for, like, armor lock or a hologram or a light rifle. It just dawned on me I should roll this because in the time that it would make you, you know what I mean, that I would get you to, you can sit down, you're making me nervous.
I'm making you nervous. I'm sorry. My apologies, bro.
When you're standing, it makes me want to stand. It's like rapport. From now, I feel like we have to stand.
Okay.
I'm making a stand. By you standing, I'm going to make a stand. Stand it up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess you could consider that an upgrade. I'm waiting for my chicken. So we'll be on until the chicken comes. After that, I don't know what you're going to get. Look at that. See how fast that was? Surely we couldn't have waited for you.
Oh my gosh, that would have taken forever.
Right, right. The chicken would have been here before the trees.
Yeah, I would have fucked up so many times. That's
You
what
fucking shit up.
halted the time.
Halted.
Yeah, that's what took enough time.
Oh, Cryptics, what up, yo? Yo, dude, those are cool wasps. Holy shit, I didn't know we had those. I say we. I don't have anything. What do I got? What you got? Where you get that? Who gave you that? Who gave that? Who gave that to you? Nobody just gave you that. I don't believe you. When you get something like that, Who gave that you to him? Who gave that you to him? Huh? Who gave you that? Nah, that's just fire. Fucking emoji flames. Yo, we should get rid of that emoji, I think.
What, the flame?
Yeah.
If we're gonna get...
Let's do something different in the world. We're gonna have it forever? That's so boring. Imagine we're doing emoji flames in like 50 years from now. I'm probably gonna be dead by then, but I'm just saying.
I'm not looking forward to that.
I'm not looking forward to anything in 50 years, but you know what I mean? A little dark humor for you guys out there. Hold on, yo, Han Solo, when you get that? Who gave that to you? Who gave that front to you? I don't believe you. No one gave you that to him. Huh? No one gave you that, bro. Y'all seen that video? Probably not. You probably have, actually. What the fuck am I talking about? Motherfuckers know about Ratata. Yo, what happened to Gratata? I thought he was great. I loved Gratata.
Gratata?
Y'all niggas know about Gratata? You don't know about Gratata?
I thought you were doing a beat, so it was like Gratata.
Well, you know how everything is like stupid on the internet now.
Mm-hmm.
But before all that, there was Vine.
Yes.
Okay.
I love Vine.
So before Reels, before Stories, before all this fucking shit, there was Vine, dude. And on Vine, they had like the original motherfuckers. And Gratata was one of the guys. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like this, like this kid that was like overly acting hood and like flexing his abs and shit all the time. It's great fucking internet stuff.
That's awesome.
You would love this stuff. You would cry. I gotta show you after.
Yeah.
I think he changed his life. Like somebody beat him up. It's awful. It's like one of those stories. Like it's like a 6ix9ine story. Like you shouldn't be doing that. And he's like doing like gun fingers at people. He's like, I mean, it was crazy. Just like gun noises and gun fingers. It's fucking dope. You know I love stuff like that. I love really trashy like hip hop internet shit. It's my guilty pleasure. The more disgusting, the better. I'm hooked. Snitching and people getting jumped and shit. Oh, dude. You know what I mean? If something like that was happening in rock and roll, I'd be like, like, you know what I mean? I'd be all, you know? Mm-hmm. But like, you know what I mean? It's really sad because it's acceptable, you know, in some forms, culture and music for people to beat the crap out of each other, you know what I mean? And insult each other. And as soon as I'm like, that's so fucking toxic, I'm like watching fucking, you know, Crip Mac and fucking, I love that shit. Like going to the hood, beating each other up and shit. It's like stupid. It's totally way out of my like intellectual compass. And I think that's why I like it. I need something fucking stupid in my life. It's the dumbest shit ever. But it's better than watching like something like truly negative.
Yeah.
And you know, and honestly, if it starts to spit, it's like, you know, it's hard for me to become like negatively attached to it because it's hard for me to take serious most of the time. So that's why it winds up being really guilty pleasure. Like I love. Do you know who Milk is?
No.
You don't know nothing about this. You don't know nothing about Milk.
Nope.
I love this shit. Well, he's like he's a white Crip member, and he makes YouTubes.
Cool.
It's fucking great entertainment.
I'll have to check him out.
All he does is talk. He exposes people for snitching and shit.
Good.
Telling on each other. I think it's great.
That's awesome. Thank you.
It's probably really dangerous for him to be doing that, but hey, these people are young, man. They got their whole lives. What would I do now if I had a camera and I was 20 years old? I'd be in jail for sure. That's me, though. If you'd have told me I was going to get a bunch of attention and people were going to be terrified of me when I was 19 years old, I'm like, fuck yeah. Where do I sign up? So that, you know what I'm saying? Why are kids, you know what I'm saying? You're a kid. What do you think? Well, you're not a kid anymore, but you were. Not too long ago.
To sign up to stuff?
I'm just saying, the internet is full of twists and turns for you little guys. It's not for me. I don't give a fuck. If everybody on the line say, like, people like, how do you deal with it, sepsis? How do you do? Because we're fucking old. We don't give a fuck. So what? Somebody doesn't like us on, and I don't mean we're ancient, but I mean like we're older than 25, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I mean? So most people, you say something, the internet is still a computer game.
Yes.
To us, it's not. We don't live. You know what I mean? Like we grew up. Kids in the 80s and 90s grew up with video games. You know what I mean? But they were games. They came. You know what I mean? They were separate. We can remember floppy disks and CDs and shit. And I'm not saying it's good or bad, but Lexi, you've never been in a world without the internet.
I'd like to be in a world
it's
where
weird
it wasn't
to me.
the internet.
Right. That's. I remember. If you pulled the plug right now, you're gonna be upset like somebody turned off the electricity.
I've had the power out for a while, and it never really bothered me. If anything,
You never had it out for a week.
Mhm. Yeah, during the ice storm.
You had it out for a week?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. That's a good experience.
It was challenging to shower, but we figured it out.
You're right. Did you have gas?
We had
Electric
an oil
stove?
tank.
Do you have an electric stove or gas stove?
Gas.
Okay, that helps. You can boil water and shit.
Mm.
I'm glad nobody had a cell phone to record the stupid shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. No, I'm with AIM over here. I feel exactly the same way. And you know, the other thing is, we didn't have the challenges of having. I mean, everywhere you go, like you might have went to the 7-Eleven or you went to the bank, and there might have been a couple cameras in there. You know what I mean? But there's a cam. If you live in the city, if you even live where we live, there's a camera on every. There's a camera on every. No, there's a camera. How many cameras are in this fucking room? 10?
A lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I just counted 9 cameras, and I could touch them all. That's wild. So we're all gonna be naked on the internet from here on out. Fuck it. It's where we live. I mean, and it does matter to your age group, Lexi, because you've got to live here. I'm not trying to be morbid, but you know, I'm gonna die before you. You're gonna have to be here. Like, I'm not gonna have any more babies. You know what I'm saying though? Like, you gotta be here and pick up all the plastic, not me. No. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, bro. Like that. Like, you know, Messenger is not my product. You know what I mean? That's your generation's product. If that goes down, you know, Bitcoin is y'all product. If that fails, that's all. You know what I mean? Like the Aztecs and the Mayans and the fucking Egyptians, like they wrote on tablets. That wasn't good enough for us anymore. So we have chalkboards, and then we had whiteboards, and now we have tablets and whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Something's good until it's not good anymore. Food, your girlfriend, your fucking shoes. Right? So something's good, and then it's not. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I tell people all the time about Spotify. I'm like, okay, cool, you're excited about it right now until you're not.
Till there's another thing.
There's something else. People, that's never going to happen. Right, but that's what they said about,
Literally
the
everything.
tennis shoes that came out, 50 years ago. They said, oh, man, these are the best tennis shoes we've ever had. We always look back 10 years ago and we go, oh, they're so stupid. Why do we continue, why do we keep doing that? Like, people now look back at people 50 years ago and they're like, they're so stupid. No, they weren't. They came up with electricity and nuclear power. Like Einstein basically created the internet. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the stuff that we use came from a few thoughts, from like one dude, two dudes, three dudes. It's not like 1, 2, 3, genius, 1, 2, genius. You know what I'm saying? It's like fucking millions of people and then one smart motherfucker. What does that tell you about the world?
We're fucked.
It's not like people are inventing shit and picking up their own trash. People pay other people to pick up their trash.
Mm-hmm.
And I digress. I know. It's disgusting. Everybody's dirt is like more dirtier than their own. Right? Like, ew,
really
don't
is,
touch
like-
me. Oh, God, you know? Everybody's stink is like worse than yours. Like, there's no way. Like, everybody's butt smells. And like, no one agrees on that. Like, if you walk up to somebody and be like, you know, your butt smells. Like, they'll be like, will scare the shit out of them. No pun intended. But you know what I'm saying? Like, people are terrified of that. People are terrified to be what they are. People are terrified to be here. People are terrified of mortality. People are terrified of honesty. People are tired. Their butt smells. You tell them, hey, man. If I go online right now and be like, your butt smells, people will start arguing with me.
Yeah.
It's like undeniable, though. You know what I mean?
They
Like,
will start arguing with you.
but
within seconds.
right. But it's like, but if anybody smelled your butt, they'd be like, holy shit, your butt stinks. It's your butt. Like, no. And they'll start talking about shit they shop for. They automatically go to shopping. When you try to correct somebody's behavior, or you try to tell something about biology or humanity or the course of life, the course of observable, agreeable existence, observable and agreeable existence, hey, the whole room says, the whole room can agree that in the English dictionary, this is indeed green. You're the only person that thinks that this is turquoised, It's not. It can be in your imagination, but everyone else is experiencing something that's different. So you're either hallucinating a different experience. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means you're hallucinating a different experience. Truly, nothing that we see we can say is real. We kind of made it up.
Yeah, we're continuing.
Right. When you guys hear my voice, you're making up it's your ear that's vibrating and, basically creating my voice. I'm not. Your mind and the receptors in your brain are receiving the vibrations from my voice through the camera, through the internet, ones and zeros flying all over the place, right into your fucking bedroom, right into your car, wherever you're listening to. And then those reverberations go into a resonant chamber into your ear, and then that fires off fucking electrodes that go to your brain, and somehow all of this is making sense. Like, that's a lot of shit.
It took them years to figure that out. Years.
It's not like I came up with that.
No.
And the other thing is, maybe that's not even true.
It could be completely wrong. There is an error of
I don't know. Right.
miscalculation.
Somebody could have just said that. Maybe we don't even have fucking... Open your ears. Maybe we don't have them.
Maybe these are actually called something else.
Their eyes.
Right.
Maybe we're seeing our hearing and we are tasting our vision. All I know is your butt smells.
No
That's
matter
why we
what.
buy products to try to hide that shit. Like every single animal, if you see a dog taking shit on the lawn, he's embarrassed. Like there's no other animal. You see a bird taking a shit, it's like, come on, dude, give me some privacy. You ever notice that? A dog will dig a hole and cover his shit up. So all creatures are trying to do the same thing. We're all making a bunch of trash and trying to hide it somewhere else. But human beings can't admit that. All the other animals know, oh man, this shit stinks. But as human beings, somehow we think that our trash is valuable, Sometimes it's like we pollute the world with our ideas and all of our products, all of our manufactured, imaginative upgrades in life, all the stuff we pretend is valuable. Nike swishes and Pepsi logos and whatever, sepsis logos, everything. Everything we place value on. It's only valuable because we kind of just like, we're all kind of playing house, you know? The squirrels don't do that. They're just squirrels.
They just do their own thing.
Actually, we don't know that. Maybe the squirrels, they think they're the lords of the... Maybe they have their own Zeus. Oh, it's your turn. Clearly. You know? I smell colors. That's crazy.
I've heard that. Oh my gosh, you have a wired
Some people-
misfire in your brain.
Some people can do that. Okay, I was just going to say before.
I was just learning this in a podcast I was listening to today.
That's true. And you know what? You should do this. Like, you should do that. Like, if you can, test this on yourself. But, like, totally, like, as musicians, me and Bars talk about this all the time. How we hear color. I can't say I can smell color or taste color, but I could definitely hear color. So I get it. I get it. That makes perfect sense, Nate. Hiya. Hi. Hi. I mean, he didn't have to do all that. He got his ass fucked up playing with me. I've had a bird shit on me once. Literally. Oh my goodness. Was it a lot of shit? Hey, well, you know, there's some places that... Let me tell you something. The only shit that we trying to hide is our own. When it comes to all types of other shit, we trying to pick it up. That's the whole point I'm trying to talk about. When you know what I'm saying, when you talk about fertilizer and fuel, you could do a lot with shit. You can literally make fuel out of shit. I mean, we can make fuel out of most things, but we use shit all the time to grow things. So, you know, in that sense, one man's trash is another man's treasure. We're all creatures, all of us, we're kind of crunching up parts of the world. We even we were talking about wasps earlier. Like, we're all kind of chewing up pieces of wood and chewing up pieces of trees and chewing up pieces of paper, basically. Right? And then we mix it with fucking spit and fucking slime, and we rub our faces and bodies all over it. And then we call it a house, or we call it a controller, we call it a can, we kind of just smush pieces of the world together and call it something. You know, when you think of what you are, seriously, when you think of your thoughts, all of your thoughts are a combination of a language that somebody else made up. The street you live on is a combination of addresses that somebody made up, that used to be somebody else's, that somebody made up, and then somebody invaded that and made up something else. Right? So who are you? Who are you? You'd be like, oh, I'm me. But what do you know? Well, you are Jeff, right? Because your mom told you so, because she made it up. So but there's no thing called Jeff. There's just you, you know? And what you are is hundreds of thousands of bits of things. One thing we know that you are is water, right? We're all familiar with that. So you're mostly water. Like you know what I'm saying? Like a grape. So you're mostly like a grape. A blade of grass is, I think, mostly water. When you think about the whole of something, like this TV here is not mostly water.
No, it's mostly electricity.
You know what I mean? Like, there's all kinds of different stuff. There's, there's probably silver parts, gold parts, this plastic, all the things that go into plastic. And a lot of plastics are made of fossil fuels and oils, composites and different things, circuitry, nickel, all the different components that go into that, and on and on and on. And then you have your TV is mostly oil. I was thinking that. That's what I was gonna say because it's mostly plastic. I was thinking it definitely feels like a petroleum product. Don't quote me on that because I don't like talking about shit I don't know. I don't know that for sure. So, yeah, I'll have to think about that.
Lexi, you want that lobster in the fridge?
Look, she's already on that lobster.
There's lobster. What? No, I'm asking about the lobster.
So in that sense, you're mostly water, and then, proteins, right? Proteins and carbon and but what does all those things make up, right? They make up your nose, okay? So okay, great. So now that's really odd because we just figured out that most of your biological metaphysical mass is made up of all these different chemistries and water. We already agreed on that. You know what I'm saying? But we're mostly water, and then there's all the other like living things that are in us, right? Like bacterias and unfortunately viruses and all kinds of other animals that live on our skin, and even to some degree when you get down to antibodies and T cells and stuff like that, even they have their own behavior. They have their own metaphysical performance. They almost have brains. They have a kind of a cognitive function, especially a lot of the biology in your gut to digest food, the biology in your saliva. This type of biology is separate than you. You're not born with some of this shit. These bugs enter your body and like the world, like the woods, like your home, like your apartment, like the spiders that live under your, if you check anywhere around your house, you dig deep enough out in your yard, you're going to find life, signs of life. And if you dig under your eyebrows, you're going to find signs of life. So, in terms of all of this, what am I saying? It takes so we have this chemistry. We already talked about how your thoughts came from somebody else and the street you lived on came from somebody. So none of that's you. All of your thoughts aren't you because your language, everything down to your language, your comprehension of that, the alphabet, music scales, all of that, everything we used to live, that all came from somebody else. That all was part of an institution in a school that was agreed upon by boards and committees that are bought and paid for by towns that have conquered, natives and indigenous species of humans and pockets of, natives and, you know what I mean? And then they colonize, and then they instill laws and institutions that we call civilized, and we put that in a package, and then we advertise that, and we call that democracy and capitalism, or or even socialism, or a dictatorship, or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like, it gets packaged into an economic, and we call this economic part civilized. But it's really like all these different departments of people and institutions and ideas that are heavily influenced by outdated, characters and figureheads and PR people like Zeus. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or or the Tooth Fairy or whatever. You know what I mean? And we start off with our kids with Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy, and so the first thing we tell our kids is you'll have a lower quality of life because you are my child, and you need to go through all of these things of civilization until you become an adult, and then there's a reward for you. We have that narrative. At 18, you can unlock these privilege. At 16, you unlock privilege of driving a car. Like driving a car is like a big privilege in the world. You see what I'm saying? But we frame it all this way. We frame getting into, into real estate. We frame, but what is it? It's framed from times that may have worked. Post World War I and II, or when Christianity was a very strong, voice in this country. Maybe marriage was really important then. But since then, things have changed, right? People have, you know, people eat differently, and people sleep differently, and people keep time differently. People don't have the time like to play video games like we did when we were kids. You know what I mean? That's because you grow up. When you're a kid, you're taught that you can have a dream. When you're a kid, you're taught, oh, you can be a spaceman, or you could be anybody, and you're encouraged to go after your dreams. And you're such a cute little girl. You should just be a dancer, and you should be a singer, and everybody claps, and everybody encourages you. And then when you get to puberty, they tell you to get a job.
Yeah.
You know? And so in the beginning, you have to do all these civilized things to prove that you're ready for this higher quality of life. So out the gate, like, just even as parents, me, everybody, like, we start off teaching our kids, you know, about all these fictitious characters and all these heroes and super villains and good guys and bad guys and Santa Clauses and all these, like, people, you know what I'm saying, instead of preparing them for things like money. Like, how come we don't talk about money? How come we don't have a class in school called money?
We should.
I'm just money. What it is, where it was, how it came to be,
Why it's
how it's changing, what it's doing currently. There's no fucking class on money. I just want to throw that out there. That's a different thing, but not when I'm talking about business, blah blah blah, and learning how to work for other people and grow other people's businesses. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about actual fucking fake ass money. Pieces of fucking trees, cutting thin fucking pieces of paper where you put fucking slave drivers' faces on it, and you put old men on it, and you call it valuable. That kind. Chuck E. Cheese token type shit. And then back from that and into digging rocks out of the fucking ground and pretending like, you know, you can eat gold and drink gold and breathe gold. Yes, ma'am.
How many wings would you like?
I'd like a bowl of wing. No, I mean, I don't know, a generous amount. How about 5 to start? 6. So, you know, but, you know, getting back to just the way we think, and everything I just came up with was literally told to me from somebody else. That's the fun part about it, is you could choose to just be like, you know what, Will, you're a fucking crackpot. Okay. Because I don't even know if any of that is observably true, other than the fact that we don't know. The only part that I can say is observably true over everything I just said is we actually don't know. What?
Sorry, would you also like corn?
Corn?
I made Alfredo noodles too.
I'll have like a little bit of corn on the side. Little player. So, you know, measurable. It now, right here, today, can we do a lab on it? Can we do science on it? Can we say for sure? No, we can't. And that's the one thing we can all agree on. You know what I mean? Like, we get these stories. You're told that you live in Portsmouth, Virginia, and you go, okay, my name's Dave. I'm from Portsmouth. My number's 436-0183. Like, you're told all of that, and you just roll with it. When you get to the stop sign, they said stop, and you were like, okay, go, okay. That's that. You know what I'm saying? When the trends get big and they tell you to TikTok like a goofball, you do it. When they tell you the new camera's out, you go get it. When they tell you the new cereal's out, you go get it. This country is expert fucking shoppers. And this by no means is a fragmentation speech about, you know, communities and all of that. I don't give a fuck about what they're doing. We got the swarm. That's what makes what we do here so special. But I do want you to understand cognitively that the way that we think, the most of what we know about ourselves, are the you that we already think we know, is a product of a lot of people and their ideas and imaginations that came before us. And that's one thing that we can at least agree on, that we don't really know. And that's to me, that's a safe place to be, because then you don't have the pressure of being a fucking genius. It's like, no, you know what? I don't know if Jesus walked on water. It's a great story. I mean, one could even hope. Hey, maybe aliens are real. Maybe, you know, whatever. But we don't have to stress about it. We don't have to argue about it. And people have been arguing and stressing about it for years. You know what I mean? But, like, the thing is like, You can't walk nowhere without the ground. You know what I mean? If you're mostly water, you can't swim nowhere without the ocean or the beach. Because you need buoyancy. You understand? So you know what I'm saying? What that you know what I mean? What is real and how do you define it? Right? That's what I'm saying, brother. Like, if we're mostly water and I jump in the pool, I guess I'm jumping more inside of myself at that point. That's an interesting looking wing. Why? No, it looks good.
Okay.
Why you look all scared? You look nervous.
Because I've never made a teriyaki wing before.
Okay, now it's gonna be good. Trust me. I'll end it like this. We gotta raise somebody. You use both your eyes to see, but both of them are separate. Maybe you got a husband or a wife or a partner. It take both of y'all to live, but you are separate. But there are times when you are working in tandem together as one. You know what I mean? And like the swarm, we're all separate people, individuals. I understand that. Your arm is an individual arm, aside from your left arm, right? The front of yourself is a different part than the back of yourself. The top of your head is different than the bottom of your body. And they all have, the bottom of your body does something uniquely different than the top of your body. There's no way to they're not even, like, they feel unrelated. Like, what does the head do? Bip, 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 bip. Okay, well, what does your feet do? That's different. They shape different. They look different. They don't perform the same ways. They're far away from each other. They're not even, at least the shoulder's next to the elbow. You're like, all right, I get it. I get that. Yup. At least, you know what I mean? At least the eyelids are connected to the eyelashes. You're like, oh, okay, cool. I get that. But like, as you look through the rest of your body, and surely there's more of us or you inside yourself than there is outside. It's just that you see the outside of William a lot. So that's what people judge. That's what we judge on each other. The very bare minimum of what we can see. You never look at a motherfucker like, man, you got some sexy you got a really sexy left eye. Cause motherfuckers be like, wait a minute, what about my right eye? Be like, no, it's cute, but your left eye is the one I'm checking out. Yo, word up, your left butt cheek though. I've been seeing what you've been doing with that left cheek. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's coming at, like, Denise, I've never had anybody in my life like this. And I've been waiting to say it for so long, and I finally built up the courage, but your right nostril. Like, this is getting ridiculous. You know this is crazy.
That's fucking
Like, your left bicuspid. I'm gonna get all in that. But you guys didn't even know that was called your bicuspid. She got that bicuspid. It's like a disease. Yo, you need to clean that bicuspid out your mouth. Your teeth are all certainly separate, but put together, it makes sense, huh? Put one tooth in, call you Toothy. I bet you if you had one tooth, you'd be holding on to that motherfucker. Guys, the point is like your right nostril is definitely different than your left nostril. And it'd be weird if you didn't have the other one. You'd be like that all day.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Right. Don't snort no cocaine. You'd be all fucked up. You only got one nostril. Don't snort any cocaine at all. That was a joke. Don't do anything stupid. Say no to drugs and say no to nostrils. Well, say no to say no to having only one. Guys, there's all types of parts of your body. There's all types of parts of your family. There's all types of parts of the relationship. There's all types of parts of your job. There's all types of parts within the bodies, you know, in the inner workings of your life. And it's up to us every day to replenish them. It's up to us every day to feed these parts with energy, to be mindful, and to remember that we don't know a lot. And the best part about that is we can go back to just living our lives. We could stop trying to control everything and stop trying to worry. We could go, oh my God, that's right. Hold on. I'm a creature. I'm made out of hair and bone. I don't know what's going to happen when I'm going to die. This is true. You know, I don't know where we came from. I don't know what completely. You can believe in Santa Claus. You can believe in God. You cannot believe in God. You can believe in aliens. And guess what? It's okay because you don't even know. Even if you do believe and you're like, I feel strongly, Will. You can feel strongly. That's the best part. But you don't have to be stressed out about feeling strongly. Just feel strongly about it. And then live. You know what I'm saying? Feel strongly about what you're doing. And let's end the evening without having to force those strong feelings on other people. And just go, you know what? I surrender. My left ear is different than my right ear, but I need them because they work in tandem. I'm different than you. You're different than me, but we need each other on the fucking planet, like the rabbits and the fucking butterflies and the beavers and the fucking all the other creatures in the world are here because we all need each other to be here because we're all part of this massive moving ecosystem in biology. And you know what? It may not be here forever. So let's not stress out about that because we don't know whether it will be or it won't be. But one thing that humanity has always done really poorly is that's predict the future. We talked about the few small geniuses that we could come up with. Copernicus, Ma Bell, Tesla, Elon Musk, right? We got all these massive people, right? None of those motherfuckers could, nobody predicted in the Quran. When you read the Quran, it doesn't say anything about Bluetooth. I just think that's crazy. Like, Jesus never stopped. He was a great guy, but like he never stopped at any, maybe he's the real thing, but he never stopped at any point and was like, listen, in the future, when you get Wi-Fi, you got to make sure your firewall's on. He never said nothing about it. He said there's going to be war. There's going to be pestilence. There's going to be, I don't know if that's what he said, but the Bible says, in Revelation, there's going to be animals with 666 on their head and shit running around. Maybe that's true. Let's go with it. But nobody ever talks about Google. I just find that fundamental, that with all the Einstein never talked about Sega Genesis. Tesla, he never talked about, Bluetooth or fucking, you know what I mean, or AirDrop. Nobody talked about all the geniuses of the world. Pre-World War II, all the gods and all the creatures, nobody could fucking see all the shit that was coming. Melissa's gonna lead the raid. Well, I'm gonna lead Melissa, and then she's gonna lead the raid, and I'm gonna go lead back to the other Xbox. You guys take care of yourselves. We're all part of this. We're all in this together, and you can't walk anywhere without the ground. You can't go nowhere without the ground.
You don't be stealing my headset.
I'm gonna have this. I have to go because I have to eat this chicken.
Nom nom.
I have to eat this chicken. I have to go watch really bad. Watch those trees over there. Oh God. I have to go eat this chicken.
And I've got to clean my desk.
Yeah.
Every time. Well, hi, Swarmies. How are you? Alright, we're gonna go raid Breaking the Mold, because they're on. And they always raid us, and I feel like I never get the chance to do it back.
Get 'em.
So here we go.
Go get him.
Enjoy the raid, everybody. Much love. I will see you all tomorrow for some Halo. Bye.